Educational websites video solution. Change the line spacing of all the body text to exactly 15 points and the spacing after to 6 points. You have not learned about styles in details, but you do know that when you have to change something for the entire body text, you need to change the normal style. So I'm going to right click the normal style, choose modify, go to format, choose paragraph and set the line spacing to exactly 15 points and the spacing after to 6 points. OK. Change the font size of the title to 40, the title line spacing to single and the spacing after to 12 points, and then center the title. You can still use direct formatting for this because you have not yet learned about styles in detail. So the font size, and for character formatting we need to select 40. Now I could have just chosen it from the list, or I've typed the number, the line spacing to single. I'm going to go to paragraph, single, spacing after to 12 points. OK, and center the title. At the beginning of the paragraph, below the title, which is this one, insert the downloaded picture educational website.png, which you downloaded. So insert pictures. I'm browsing to the location. Here's a picture. And we are going to change some settings. So the picture height 3.5. So as soon as you have a picture you get an extra tab, picture format. The height 3.5. I'm going to type that here, so comma 5. The text wrapping to square, text wrap square. The left distance from the text to 1 centimeter. I'm going to open the dialog box for more layout options, and let's have a look where we can find this. We find this in the text wrapping tab, the left distance from the text to 1 centimeter. There we go. Set the position so that the horizontal alignment is right relative to the margin. In the layout dialog box we find the tab position, horizontal alignment, right relative to margin. Change the vertical alignment to top relative to line. Vertical alignment, top relative to line. OK. Set the horizontal alignment of the second paragraph to justified. So what is a second paragraph? This is our first paragraph and this is our second paragraph. Because it is paragraph formatting, I do not need to select the text because it will be applied to the entire paragraph. Justify. How do you prevent the last line of the second paragraph from running below the picture? The best way to do this is to set a right indent for the second paragraph. So we would like the position to be somewhere around 9 centimeters. But as you know, the right indent is not calculated from the left, but from the right. So if you want to set the right indent here we go, you will see that in the paragraph settings the right indent is not 9 centimeters but 7,51 centimeters, because that is this distance, the distance from the right indent to the right margin. So this actually replaces having to set the distance from the text for the picture, which we did in step 3. Select the 5 paragraphs beginning with historic interactive timelines, ending with quizzes and essay exams, and then apply checkmark bullets. Let's have a look at our bullets, and I here have the check marks. If you do not see the check marks in the library, follow the instructions in the footnote in the instructions document. Locate the paragraph below the bulleted list, which is this one, and then click after the colon and press enter. Type a numbered list with the following 3 numbered items. I'm putting on the numbering, the title in which you are interested, enter, the name of the class and subject, online tools you would like to see created. Place a hyperlink to a YouTube video on this video. In the paragraph beginning, the video provides an overview of our online content. Make sure not to include the space after this video. As you can see now, I have included the space. So how can you prevent this? Because it's rather difficult to select it without the space. So you can select character by character by pressing Shift and then using the right arrow. So, and then you can stop exactly before the space. Right click, link. I'm just going to copy the link from the instructions file and paste it here. Delete the redundant space. OK. And place a hyperlink to webmaster@sturgeonpointproductions.com on the email address. So here we have it. I'm going to continue with Shift and my right arrow to make sure I do not include the space. Right mouse click, link, email address, and here I still have it, so I'm just going to click on it, and then we click OK. For the 3 final paragraphs, set a right tab with dot leaders at 10 centimeters. Now we can't do dotted leaders through the ruler, so we have to open our tab dialog box. We need a right align tab at position 10 centimeters with dotted leaders set. Now we still have to type the actual tabs, tab, tab, and tab. Change the line spacing for these 3 final paragraphs to single and the spacing after to 0. We could also replace these paragraph breaks with line breaks, as we have done before, to reduce the space between these 3 items, but now we choose to change the line spacing and the spacing after. So we select all 3 paragraphs, line spacing single, spacing after 0. Below the days and times list, we are going to insert, and I'm going to just apply the normal style again, or maybe even clear formatting to be sure that all my line spacing and spacing after is reset to the normal style. We have to insert a rounded rectangle shape. Insert, shapes. This is our rounded rectangle. Just going to insert it. And we have to change the shape height to 2.2 centimeters, 2.2 centimeters, 2.2 centimeters, and the shape width to 15. Change the position so that the horizontal alignment is centered relative to margin. We click position and we go to more layout options So the horizontal position is centered relative to margin, and the vertical alignment is bottom relative to margin. Bottom relative to margin. Enable text in the shape. We right click the shape and we choose Add Text. And change the line spacing to single and the spacing after to 0 for this blank paragraph that has just been created. So in the Home tab we go to the paragraph settings, line spacing single, spacing after 0, OK. In the rectangle type Sturgeon Point Productions and press enter. Set the font size of the text to 22. And in the blank paragraph, type partnering with educators to produce rich media content. And change the font size to 16. Set the fill color of the rectangle to a specific RGB code. We go to our Shape Format tab. We go to the Shape Fill. Now I have already created this color before, but I will show you how. So you type more fill colors, and then in the Custom tab you can type in a custom RGB code. Now where did I get this? I actually use an external program, because unlike PowerPoint, Word does not allow to pick a color from a picture. This is actually a color taken from this picture, but I used a program to actually get the RGB code for that color. The shape outline we need to set to no outline. So this was a shape fill, the shape outline, no outline. Change the page top margin to 3 centimeters. We do this in the Layout tab, but first we need to deselect our shape, margins, custom margin, the top 3 centimeters. OK. Insert the file name to the left in the footer. We activate the footer by double clicking in it, and then we get the header and footer tab, which allows us to insert document info, in this case the file name, and the one bar page number to the right. So I tap to the middle tab and then I tap to the right tab. But the assignment also says that we have to make sure that the right tab in the footer is set at the same position as the right page margin. So I'm just going to drag this tab to match the position of the right page margin, and then insert my page number. As you know, always the current position, and this is the one that I am looking for. So that wraps this up again.